I am Dr. Rajat, third year junior resident at Srinivas Institute of Medical Sciences and Research Center, Mukka. I am presenting ultrasonographic assessment of the median nerve in carpal tunnel syndrome patients. Introduction. The most common nerve entrapment neuropathy is carpal tunnel syndrome, which is caused by compression of the median nerve under the flexor retinaculum of the wrist joint, resulting in an enlargement of the nerve's cross-sectional area just proximal to the entrapment site. Although carpal tunnel syndrome is typically considered an idiopathic condition, anatomical variations like persistent median artery or a bifid median nerve may contribute to its development. Additionally, factors such as traumatic injury, inflammatory conditions like rheumatoid arthritis, and systemic diseases such as hypothyroidism, diabetes mellitus, or pregnancy can also lead to the onset of carpal tunnel syndrome. Early diagnosis is crucial to prevent permanent nerve damage and functional disability. Carpal tunnel syndrome is typically diagnosed through a combination of clinical evaluation and neurophysiological studies. Ultrasound is one of the most common and effective methods for confirming the diagnosis of carpal tunnel syndrome and identifying anatomical variations or space occupying lesions. This diagnostic imaging modality is becoming increasingly integrated into daily clinical practice. Aim and objectives. Comparing the cross-sectional area measurements of the median nerve at the level of carpal tunnel with those taken more proximally at the level of the pronator quadratus muscle can enhance the accuracy of diagnosing carpal tunnel syndrome. Materials and methods. Patients with electrophysiological confirmed carpal tunnel syndromes were examined. 50 wrists of 34 patients were examined at ultrasound. Uh, Out of them, 8 were men and 26 were women. Men were in the range of 38 to 84, whereas women were in the range of 26 to 82. Materials and methods. 24 healthy wrists were taken as control. Systemic disorders such as diabetes mellitus, connective tissue disorder, and kidney or thyroid abnormalities, which could contribute to neuropathy, were excluded in all control subjects. The ultrasound examination were performed using a 5 to 12 MHz linear array transducer on a Samsung HS70 machine. Subjects were examined based on a protocol outlined in a report by Closer et al., which says during the examination, patients were seated facing the examiner with their arms extended, wrists resting on a flat surface, forearms in a supine position, and fingers half extended. Median nerve was examined using transverse ultrasound starting from distal forearm and continuing to the carpal tunnel release. The nerve was identified between the flexor digitorum superficialis and the flexor pollicis longus muscle or myotendinous junction. Three different methods for measurements of maximal median nerve cross-sectional area were obtained. First one was the measurement of carpal tunnel cross-sectional area at the level of maximum nerve shape change in the carpal tunnel itself. Second is delta cross-sectional area, which is the cross-sectional area of the proximal median nerve at the level of the pronator quadratus versus the cross-sectional area of nerve in carpal tunnel syndrome. And the third is ratio of carpal ratio of cross-sectional area of nerve in carpal tunnel to cross-sectional area in proximal midforearm, that is distal wrist crease or 12 cm proximal in the forearm. Uh, this image demonstrates probe location at forearm. The first one is in the carpal tunnel, second one is at the level of pronator quadratus, and the third one is at the proximal midforearm. We employed the direct measuring method by tracing a continuous line with electronic calipers around the inner hyperechoic rim of the median nerve. To minimize sampling errors, measurements were repeated 3 times at each level and the mean value was used for statistical analysis. Results and observations. The accuracy of ultrasound in diagnosing carpal tunnel syndrome was assessed using cross-sectional area measurements with threshold value of 10, 11, 12 mm square and delta cross-sectional area with threshold value of 2 and 3 mm square and relative cross-sectional area with a threshold of 1.4. Sensitivities and specificities of carpal tunnel cross-sectional area and delta cross-sectional area and relative cross-sectional area as measured with ultrasound were calculated. Results and observations. Mean measurements of nerve cross-section area in carpal tunnel syndrome. Patient and healthy volunteers plus minus standard deviation. It is most significant at delta cross-sectional area, which is 7.2 plus minus 5.2 for patient with CTS and 0.32 for healthy wrists. Nerve measurements, sensitivity and specificity in the diagnosis of carpal tunnel syndrome. It was the sensitivity was 100% with delta cross-sectional area with 2 millimeter square threshold, whereas specificity was 100% with delta cross-sectional area with 3 millimeter square threshold. So this ultrasound image shows the nerve is markedly enlarged and looks more hypoechoic than usual. And the second image shows the nerve is enlarged and looks edematous and hypoechoic. And this third image, this is cross-sectional area taken at the level of proximal third of the pronator quadratus muscle, and it shows 8 millimeter square of cross-sectional area. In accordance with study by Closer et al., the sensitivities and specificities of ultrasound measured carpal tunnel cross-sectional area of median nerve alone with threshold values of 10, 11, and 12 millimeter square, and difference between cross-sectional area and proximal cross-sectional area, that is delta cross-sectional area with threshold value of 2 and 3 millimeter square for the diagnosis of carpal tunnel syndrome are as follows. So 100% sensitivity was seen with carpal tunnel cross-sectional area 10 millimeter square threshold, whereas specificity was less. Uh, but specificity was 100% with delta cross-sectional area with 2 millimeter and 3 millimeter square threshold. So in study by Mohan et al., the sensitivities and specificities of ultrasound measured cross-sectional area ratio of the median nerve for carpal tunnel syndrome for the cutoff ratio 1.4 for 97% and 28% respectively. Conclusion: a cross-sectional area of 2 millimeter or higher is an appropriate threshold for diagnosing carpal tunnel syndrome with a sensitivity of 99% and specificity of 100%. Receiver operating characteristic analysis showed that cross-sectional area is more reliable than relative cross-sectional area for diagnosing the carpal tunnel syndrome. The study demonstrated a higher degree of accuracy in diagnosing carpal tunnel syndrome using ultrasound due to the non-invasive nature of ultrasound compared to the electrodiagnostic testing. Combining clinical evaluation with ultrasound is recommended as the best method for the diagnosis. These are the references I used. Thank you.